I am here in Mexico. As you can see, I have struggled a bit with passion lately. For a while, boxing was everything I thought of. It was everything I wanted to do all the time, and I couldn't get enough of it. Um, yeah, I got scared of the potential brain damage and all that. So now I am confronted with a possible with a future without passion, because suddenly I might have to let go of a sport that I cared about immensely and that made me feel fulfilled. It gave me a purpose. It gave me a sense of identity, and more importantly than all of these things, it filled me with passion. It made me want to get up in the morning and do this thing that I love. And going forward without this passion is something that I have been very scared about. So I hope my time here in Mexico will maybe help me with understanding how I can move forward.
Aquí llevo 50 años trabajando, desde 1975. Este gimnasio ha dado 6 campeones mundiales y también 6 campeones nacionales a toda su historia. Tiene, como te vuelvo a repetir, tiene 50 años de existencia. 50 años. Y pues hemos tenido infinidad de peleadores acá acá en este gimnasio. Y este, te voy a nombrar los campeones mundiales. El primero fue Guti Espadas. Segundo fue Freddy Castillo, Lupe Madera, Juan Herrera, Guti Espadas Jr. y Miguel Berchel, el último campeón mundial superpluma que ha dado este gimnasio. Son los 6 campeones mundiales. Sí, claro, como te vuelvo a repetir, nuestra pasión. El que no está apasionado del boxeo no le gusta.
¿No me gusta?
Claro, el que tienes que tener gusto por estar en el boxeo. Yo estoy acá, ya llevo bastante tiempo acá. Que me gusta, pues todo. Y aquí pues he entrenado a muchos muchachos. Ahorita sigo entrenando boxeadores. Que he pensado en retirarme, pero luego, como es la pasión de uno, pues tienes que venir. Entonces vengo a ver a los muchachos. ¿Algún consejo en la vida? Pues para todos los boxeadores, deportistas, cualquier deporte hay que tener pasión por el deporte que te gusta, ya sea el box, fútbol, básquetbol. Si no, lo tienes que tener pasión como para que pues lo puedas hacer mejor. Si no tienes pasión por algún deporte, pues no, pierdes tu tiempo. Hay que tener disciplina.
Ah, ya, disciplina.
O sea,
Sí, sí, sí.
era la palabra para todo, disciplina. Hay que, en persona, disciplina es dedicarte de lleno al deporte que te guste, ya sea box, fútbol o básquetbol. Tienes que tener disciplina y entrenar todos los días. Y con talento todo se puede.
Well, Chucho, muchas gracias.
No,
Ah.
This one?
Yeah. Dance.
Also,
Hello, this is Box Pop, reporting from San Cristobal in Mexico. And I'm just gonna talk from the heart here today. I am struggling a bit because of not being able to speak Spanish. And yeah, I think the whole point of this was to connect with people. And now the ability to communicate with people has been taken away from me. And it's kinda hard. Yeah, I feel kinda stupid. It's hard not to get the feeling of like, why am I doing this? Is it arrogant of me to think that spending all this money doing this is gonna help people? My videos are gonna help people? Why not just give all the money I'm spending on this trip to charity instead? You know? What's the point?
Find a new passion? Would you ask a fish to fly? A bird to swim? Losing a passion is like losing yourself. Tell me, what is passion to you, Mr. Boxpop? Passion is what makes life worth living, my friend. Without it, life is as stale and dry as a month-old loaf of bread. How about we attempt to consider a more rigorous definition? Set aside the colorful lamentations for a second. It might help you. Sure, why not? Give it your best shot. Well, passion is an emotion that compels us to act. It transcends from the confines of rationality. The source of passion is beyond rationalization. Yes, we feed ourselves to persist, but we do not paint nor sing to survive. We do it because those actions call out to us from a place we cannot go with reason. I think I can rationalize it. We just do things that feel good and avoid things that feel bad. It's really not that complicated. Many actions can feel good, but they're not fueled by passion. They're fueled by lust. Honestly, what's the difference? Lust, passion, two sides of the same coin. I beg to differ. We lose ourselves in the pursuit of lust. We find ourselves in the pursuit of passion. Okay, why are you talking like this? Is this the part where you go up in smoke, or I found out that I was talking to myself the entire time? No. I was just genuinely trying to help. You look a bit sad and a bit lost. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it helps to talk. It does. I can't I can't do the things anymore that I used to be able to do. My body is withering away. Losing a passion, it spreads to every aspect of your life. And I can't really find the motivation to take care of myself anymore where I used to. And you think you're gonna find a reason in this bar. No, but like, what do you want me to do?
Si por pobre me desprecias, yo te concedo razón, yo te concedo razón. Si por pobre me desprecias, yo no te ofrezco riquezas, te ofrezco mi corazón, te ofrezco mi corazón a cambio de mi pobreza. Malagueña salerosa, besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera, malagueña salerosa, y decirte, niña hermosa, eres linda y hechicera, eres linda y hechicera como el candor de una rosa, como el candor de una rosa.
I'm out here for a reason. We're all just people. Europe, America, Asia, Africa, no matter where you go. We might have different cultures, but we're all just people. We get lonely, we get excited, we get sad, we get hungry, we get tired. And I want to talk to people about that, because it's fucking hard being human. And we're all in this together, okay? Let's share it.
She wanted a whole man, not just a half. She used to call me sweet daddy when I was only a child. You kinda remind me of her when you laugh. In order to deal in this game, you gotta make the queen disappear. It's done with the flick of a wrist. What's a sweetheart like you doing in a dumb like this?
So the question I have for you guys, how do you live life with passion?
Singing is a good way. Singing and dancing and to be in movement, you know?
Taking care of somebody nice that don't know how to do you wrong. Which is how much abuse are you able to take? There's no way to tell by that first thing. What's the sweetheart like?
I think it's hard not to know what you love before you do it. And also I think one thing that puts the love there is also to put effort and to put the time. You know, like I can say, oh, it's so fun to sing. But the real weight of that love comes also with spending time. No?
Do you think passion grows over time?
I think it enters in different places.
What's the sweetheart like you? Doing in a dumb like this. You have to be an important person to be
Yes, like the passion of a beginning can be different than the passion of after 5 years, but it probably is in a different place.
I think for me it's a lot about care, what blocks the passion, no? Like a passion is natural, no? It's a way of enjoy life or to get involved in something, no? So to respect that and to trust in the direction that make you feel alive, you know.
How do I live life with a passion? Oh, that's a good question. Since I'm a musician, I try to do that a lot. Yeah, just make time for it, I think. It doesn't come by itself. You have to push, to work hard, to find the time, to invest basically everything. And then I think the fun comes and helps and motivates all that. And then you get into like a cycle, which you hopefully stay in for as long as possible. How did I find it? I feel like it found me more than I found it. And yeah, I've been holding on to it very tight, and I won't let it go. Yeah, and investing a lot of my life, a lot of the connections in my life into it. Yeah, to just feed it as much as possible.
I mean, I live it like every day. I wake up and I say like, oh, there's passion everywhere. So just living, I have passion like all the time for the music, for the hearing music, for making music, for just living. I don't know, it's something like you get used to, I think, because since I was like a little kid, I started to sing like in chorus and orchestras. Then later I found out I really liked to sing and to play guitar, and just this simple idea of like having bands and that stuff, that was something that was like a really healy thing for me. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of world. There's always there's always something new to learn and new to care about. So yeah, and I'm sure it's hide like someplace, the passion for everyone, everywhere.
Do you think you have a hidden passion you haven't found yet?
Yeah, I might have a hidden passion hidden somewhere. Yeah, when I was a kid, I wanted to be like a wrestler. Yeah. But yeah, maybe I have this hidden passion still. Like, I still want to be a wrestler, maybe. You know.
Passion.
I believe my passion is to work with art, and so I believe in beauty as a tool to judge life critically. So what I have found out in my way is that I like the little beauty, like little landscape, micro landscapes. And I find in these micro landscapes, like in the roots of a tree, or some rocks in the street, or some plants growing from the concrete. I find these little landscapes like very soothing and very tranquilizing, very calming, yeah. And like a way to stop in the rush of our daily life and just breathe and understand that the world is not about us humans, and sometimes we only think in the human scale. So that's what I have found about my passion, particularly in art, that the little things, and literally little things, are those which can be tools for us to slow down our daily rush. That is how I understand my passion.
Cool.
So I believe in keeping very safe the curiosity and the imagination of our own child, because it is a way to live our daily life with more pleasure and passion, more than this rush of consume and work and things like that, you know. I might have two advice. One is to understand that there is somebody who is very mean in ourselves and that keeps us from following our passions. So not to listen that voice, and if you want to do something, do it. Beginning to do these things that you really want to do, you will find some people who will say to you, who will tell you that that's very nice, that's very beautiful, that you should love what you do and things like that. You should keep those people around.
Yo sé que no vendrás, por eso ya tanto la olvido. Dejar un nuevo amor, tanto mejor, ay como el mío. Dejar y la vive, ay en este mundo de tristeza. La vive a mi manera. Yo quiero ser, hay nada más. Prefiero reír y recordar un nuevo amor, tanto mejor. Quisiera olvidar tanto lo dejó. Quisiera vivir. Oh, see my way. Yo sé que no vendrás, por eso ya tanto la olvido.